this is something, honestly, I wasn't even sure that you could still get. And you may look at this and go, what do you mean you can't? What is it about this you can't get? Because obviously it's an F Bass, obviously it's a BN5, obviously it's an ash body, obviously it's in this really cool matte autumn burst, which is really lovely. Obviously has a really pretty in its simplicity plain fingerboard, plain maple. What is it that is unique? Wood knobs, which is now an option. But it's the finish, and it's specifically the clear coat finish. This has the nitrocellulose finish. You know, for any of you that are in the know, back in the day, in the early days of electric guitar building, nitro was pretty much the preferred finish for guitars and basses and things like that. Part of the reason for that is that it's a breathable finish. So the wood underneath that finish can still take on and release moisture. And of course, that expansion and contraction back and forth over the years creates sonic changes in woods, which is why so many times when you play an old instrument, you just feel like it sounds so much better. And sometimes people will say, oh, they just made instruments better back in the day, and that's really not true. I think we make better instruments today than we ever did back in the 50s or 60s or 70s, but it's just those instruments that are still around today were kind of the best of the best that have survived, and because of that finish process, the aging of the instrument is something that you've noticed. So if nitrocellulose is so great, then why aren't we all still using it as a common finish? The problem is that because it can breathe and allow the instrument to swell and contract and do all those things, that's very difficult for the finish, right? And so again, if you know, you know, but like that's why you'll see like the checking and finish cracks and stuff like that. Plus nitro can it can tint over time and change color. So if you want to make an instrument that will always look like this and will never really change ever, then the polyurethane finishes are a more popular choice because they're more durable. They are less susceptible to finish dings and things like that, and they'll always retain their beauty and luster. But there's just something about the sound of a nitro instrument over time. Now, I'll be honest, playing this bass now compared to any other F bass that I have, do I notice a difference? No. I mean, I also haven't A-B'd them. I didn't just grab, I don't have the identical model of this bass in a polyurethane finish to try it, but just from the hundreds of F basses that I've played, you know, I can't hear oh yeah, you can definitely hear this nitro finish. But what you will notice is over the years that this instrument will likely change its sound and become even more open as time comes. So, because that makes it very special and very unique. So yeah, unfortunately, this was a stock order, but it sold before I even made this video. So anyway, it's off to its new home. But before it went, I just wanted to share this with you and let you see it. If this is something you're interested in, let me know. Have you owned a nitrocellulose instrument or bass specifically before? If so, let me know your thoughts about it in the comments. Would you want one? Let me know.